This is Scott Burns for SpiderTV, and today we're catching up with head football coach Danny Rocco. And Coach, you had a couple of scrimmages this past weekend. How'd you feel those went?
Well, I think everything went well. I think we're pretty much on schedule. We had a chance to go into the stadium on Saturday for the first time this spring, and I liked that. I think the players liked being out there, and it's a pretty physical afternoon. I thought we got a lot done. I thought both sides of the ball kind of took turns taking control of different phases of the scrimmage. So for the most part, I'm pleased. I mean, obviously there's a lot more work to be done, but I think our football team's getting better, gaining some confidence, and we're continuing to implement these systems. And I think the more turns we get at these calls offensively and defensively, we'll be playing with even more confidence.
You've had about 10 practices now in the spring, Coach, and what are your thoughts on your offense?
Well, there's a lot of things that I think are very positive. I think we've got good size, good physicality. I think those are two things right there that I really want to have in an offensive football team. Our offensive line, I think, is really starting to come together right now. We've got 9 guys out there this spring participating in a lot of competition at a lot of different spots. The first group, I think, is really starting to come together as we get into the tail end of spring here. So I'm encouraged with that. We got a lot of size there. We got a decent amount of experience, but don't really have that senior leadership in the O-line. Poplawski is the only guy that we have playing in the O-line now that's a senior, and we actually moved him over from the defensive line here not too long ago. So I think the O-line has a good blend of size, physicality, and experience, but enough youth that this group could be intact for a while. And then the second thing that's really caught my attention here is our quarterback play. John Lobb's playing real well. He's having a real steady, solid spring, grasping the offense, leadership, really mature out there, making good decisions. Real pleased with Michael Strauss. Mike is doing very well, showing some real flashes of brilliance. Maybe not quite as consistent, but they're both pretty much in there neck to neck right now as we get deeper and deeper. So real pleased with that. Montel White's competing well. Cormac's competing hard, not getting as many turns. So I think this offensive line has been a positive for me here as I'm trying to get some overall feelings about this thing, and I think the player of our quarterback's been pretty good this spring.
How about the wide receiver and running back positions? Anybody stick out there so far this spring?
Well, they do. We're a little thin back there, and we've had some injury, and we've had some rotations going on that have not allowed us to really be at full strength. I'd say at wide receiver, Stephen Barnett, Ben Edwards, those two guys have been pretty consistent throughout the course of the spring, both very capable of doing well. Kendall Gaskins has kind of been in and out of the lineup a little bit this spring. He's out there, looks pretty good, but a little bit limited. Dominique Miller's playing some running back for us, and I'd say he's doing pretty well. So not as deep there right now at receiver and running back as we want to be, nor as we'll need to be when we get into the fall. Quarterback, offensive line, I think shaping up depth-wise, and then the tight end position is also a real solid position for us with experience, size, and depth. So, I think we're on track here offensively. Coach Streeter has done an amazing job of implementing, installing this offense. It's like anything else. It's a whole new language, and these kids are receptive to it. They're eager to learn it. They're wanting to get better, and Coach Street's taking the lead on that, and I'm real pleased with their willingness to learn, and we just got to finish up strong here these next 2 weeks.